All right, so I just got done seeing Mercy, and it was actually really good. It felt like it felt like it wasn't like at the level of like being backed by like a lot of money or anything like that. So it, it feels like exactly like it should be, um, really, because it's a very futuristic movie, but also grounded in reality. Um, it's like, will the technology be like that in it's like 3 years from now? I don't think it's going to advance that quickly, but yeah, it did feel realistic, and I think with like I think if a bigger studio, and, and I mean it's still a pretty good budget and everything, but I think if they poured more budget into it, they it might be it would be the type of movie that would be like too big. Um, so I feel like the smaller budget feel of the movie, and I have no idea what the budget is. It could be $150 million for all I know, but it doesn't seem like it. But it does feel that's right for what the movie is doing, and the movie has a very clean, very computer digital look, in a good way, because I had no idea that the entire movie took place on in one room, basically, just about on screens and going through files and things like that. And it was it was it was actually really good for 3D because Chris Pratt, he, everything is presented to him in 3D as far as digital images and screens and video feeds and looking at data, whether it's emails or text messages or whatever. So it really feels like, yeah, like it, it deserves to be on a smaller scale because it kind of is. He's in a room with, he's talking to an AI. So, yeah, so I think some people might look at that and feel. I think maybe some people won't think of it as a big movie. I don't know. I hope that's not a negative for some people. Um, I mean, the movie is super fast paced. It's really interesting. There's never a dead second. Really, hardly ever. Um, it, it really flies by. And I was thinking earlier, there's different ways you can take a look at movies, and a lot of movies uh, are what we call like fold the laundry type of a movie, or just do something, you know, just do something simple. That way you can have a movie on in the background and do your simple thing, the dishes or whatever it is. And then maybe you kind of look up at the movie every once in a while, but you get the gist of it, and it's good enough. Um, and when I was watching this, I was trying to think, well, how good is this? Because I still think that I still think it's not going to be highly rated, among a lot of people. But to me, it's like, yeah, there's no way I would watch this in the background. There's too many things going on. There's information just, coming out of the AI character, and Chris Pratt's responding, and he's doing this, he's ordering that, go here, do this, look up this file. And yeah, there's, like I said, it's so fast paced. There's so much information going on. And unless you just don't pay attention, it would be impossible to not really watch this movie and really get what's going on, without actually paying attention to it. So yeah, I like that this was in the theater. I think it deserves the attention, and I thought it was a really good movie. Is it? I mean, it has some things against it. I think the title of the movie Mercy is a terrible title. Um, I, I mean, I get it. I mean, because it's not like it's just a random word. But oh yeah, so many times titles hurt a movie. I think this title might have hurt it a little bit. It comes off as just generic, and I think some people will think the movie's generic for it, especially with its small feel. Um, The director, I've always liked everything he does. It has his fingerprints all over it. Timur Tikov. I always have a hard time with his last name, but I've always liked everything he's done. And yeah, I mean, you could point to things, I guess, if you're really, if the movie was just not for you, you could probably point to things that you didn't quite like, or I don't know. But I guess really the only way to know if you're going to like it is to watch it. But I was very pleasantly surprised. It's not going to be my favorite action type movie of the year or anything like that, but I was paying attention throughout. I was interested in what's going on. I was curious as to how this was going to be more than just a simple story. I like the detective work in it. It seems like it's a cross between like a little bit of Nick of Time with the time aspect, almost a little bit of Minority Report. Um, there's the obvious correlation with there's the movie Missing, and then there was another. There's been a couple movies where it's been told through like a computer screen. Then there was the one with the teenage girls. Laura is missing, or something like that, which I always kind of liked. But yeah, so this definitely has a lot of feel of several different movies, but it still feels fresh. It's it's saying a lot, and a lot of what you think it might say, it actually goes in a different direction, um, especially with the what it's trying to say about AI. But yeah, I rather enjoyed it. I liked I liked that it never once ever tried to overstay its welcome, and it never really treated the audience like we're stupid. I never got that really at all. So yeah, I think this might be a little bit of a hit. Um, Probably mixed reactions. I'm looking forward to look up the overall response to this, but I liked it, and I guess like I said earlier, I'm glad I did not waste my almost my entire evening on a movie that could have felt cheap or could have felt like it maybe should have stayed on streaming or something like that, which I had a little bit of a feel when like I said, with 5 seconds or whatever I saw of it. But I'm glad the movie proved me wrong in that regard. And yeah, but we'll see what comes out. I know Scream 7 got moved and pushed back a little bit, so I'm not really sure what comes out next week, but we shall see, and hopefully it's something worthwhile spending an evening with. But until then, I'll catch you later.